Yes, Galacticos, the Champions League is back. We couldn't be happier. It's a little bit cold, but hopefully the Champions League will bring some warmth into our hearts. So these are the 11 people I want to see in the Olímpico de Roma. We're going to see Keylor Navas, center backs, Varane and Ramos. On the right, I'm going to see Danilo again, and on the left, Carvajal, as we saw against Athletic de Bilbao. And in the midfield, same thing. I want to see Kroos, Modric, and Kovacic for a little bit more control and pressure in the midfield. And up top, James Rodriguez creating chances for Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, Vitaly, thanks for that lineup. I'm going to go with a slightly different lineup. I want to see Keylor Navas in goal, obviously. Ramos and Varane in center backs. Out wide, I'm going to go with Carvajal. And on the left, I'm going to go with Nacho. I didn't like the way Danilo played. I don't think he's up to par yet, so I'm going to go with Nacho. And Marcelo will be on the bench, so maybe if we don't like how Nacho's playing, throw Marcelo back into his natural position. Midfield, I want to see Toni Kroos, Modric, James, and I think Isco. I don't think Kovacic this match. Kovacic still isn't, to me, polished enough for the job. Isco has been playing great, and I like to see him back in the lineup. And of course, up top, Cristiano Benzema.
All right, Galacticos, that was our lineup. Of course, we want to know what yours is for this very important game against the Roma. So, the injury of Marcelo is probably the most relevant issue for this game. So, as you see, both of us left Marcelo out of the starting lineup. So what do you think, Ashley? Do you think it's a big risk? Should we take it?
I think playing Marcelo is a big risk, and V and I were talking about this earlier. The medical team at Real Madrid hasn't been that great this season. They've misdiagnosed players. They've been saying you're ready to go, and then they've gone back and gotten injured again.
We've seen Ramos, Bale, Carvajal fall back into injuries. That is true.
So I think risking Marcelo, it's only been a week. The next leg of this tournament isn't for another 3 weeks. So I think we don't need to risk him. We need him to get healthy, be really ready to play, and come back when he's ready to go, not play in a match that potentially could end him for a longer time, sort of like Bale. I don't want to see that.
That is true, and this is a very important thing mentally for the Champions League. Like these games that you play the first half, let's say, of the game, and then 3 weeks after you play that second half.
Right.
So, I wouldn't be in favor of putting everything into this match, because as Ashley said, if you get injured, you're looking at maybe 2 months of an injury that would leave him out of everything that's coming after.
Right.
So yeah, me and Ashley would not play Marcelo unless it's extremely necessary,
right.
And we hope it will not be.
Right, I hope not. But also we can bring him if we need to put him in there. I mean, second half we're seeing, wow, Nacho's really struggling or Daniel's really struggling. Okay, put him in there, but not for the full match. I don't think it's necessary.
Another thing that's really making us very excited is what face of Real Madrid are we going to see? Like we've seen in this season, also with Benitez, but also with Zidane. There's two faces of Real Madrid. The face of Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, amazing, crushing teams. But also the face of the Real Madrid kind of suffering a bit more on away games. Are we going to see any of those two faces? Or maybe what I want to see is a new face, a Champions League face. Real Madrid wearing that Champions League suit, coming out on the pitch and destroying teams.
Music playing,
So what do you think about that?
I'm really hoping that we see this new Champions League face, or the Bernabeu face that we were crushing teams at home but doing it away. I think we definitely have the potential. We know we can. We have Zidane. We have his experience, his management, or his leadership skills in the locker room. So I think that this could really be a turning point for us. If we see a great Madrid in Rome, I think that it'll quiet the haters, saying Madrid's not really that great of a team. I think once we perform well outside of the Bernabeu and in Champions League, I think maybe people will start to believe in this Madrid.
Well, that's a very good point, because it's a very good chance to leave all that talk behind of, these players are good in Bernabeu, but they're not really up to the task, when important games come around. With some of the players, especially with Cristiano.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great chance, and I'm really looking forward to Cristiano just shutting people up.
Yeah.
Scoring once or twice, maybe important goals again, and putting us through to the next round.
I agree.
To talk about the rival, Roma's been doing quite well in the Serie A. They won the last 4 games. So this is a team that last time they came to Spain, they played with Barcelona, they lost 6-0. They have good players. Some of the players I'm kind of worried is, number 1, Seco, has been all around, but he's a good goal scorer. We have to be careful with him. And also Pjanic. Pjanic is a guy we already know. He was here in 2008 defeat against Roma. Again, we thought it was going to be easy, we were going to win it, and we didn't, and he scored. So, these are 2 players that we have to look out for. But again, as I always say, on paper, it shouldn't be a complicated game, and we should have a little bit of trouble, but not much to go through. So having said that, some predictions.
Predictions.
What do you think is going to happen, Ashley?
I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to say 3-1.
Oh, that's a good score. I would love that. But I'm going to say 2-2. I think it's a good score too. And if we come home with a 2-2, you know, it wouldn't be that hard to close the deal here at the Bernabeu. Well, Galacticos, that was our prediction. Of course, as always, we want to know what yours is. So if you haven't yet liked or subscribed, why not? Why not? You know what to do. Do it for all this beautiful content, and we'll be in Rome. Ashley's not going to be there, but I am.
Leave me
and I will see you in Rome, guys.